Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. For there can be only one. What's more metal? With your hosts, and
Hey everybody! Welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast for two badass, super kicking, Hadouken guys. Look, two comedians. Two comedians pick the most metal shit in the universe. With me, as always, is the gravedigger to my cremated corpse.
Nice.
Nice.
It didn't go where you thought it was going to go. It was going to do a monster truck thing.
I mean, all right. Why would you dig a grave for a cremated
You
corpse?
wouldn't. That's why it's called.
Oh, so I'm useless then. That's what you're saying.
Dan Weber. Dan Weber over this way.
I've served no purpose whatsoever.
Maybe it's my goal to have my ashes spread gently in a 6-foot hole. You don't fucking know.
That's true. I don't know.
Yeah. Here's what I want. As a sub, I would like my ashes spread in the litter box and for your cat to just shit in me. Track me all over your bed sheets.
So kind of like now.
Yes. And I'm comedian Nariko Watt. That jolly laugh is super metal producer Randy.
Yeah.
DJ BJ, the audio Lothario, the Wizard of Wax, Midnight Rider, MP3PO, CD's nuts, Record Ralph, Shreddy Ruckspin, and the Vapor at the Gates of Dawn. Good old Record Ralph.
I like Record Ralph a lot.
He who waits behind the walls of sleep.
That's the one. The drinker of last breaths. Yeah, the vapor of last breaths. That's all you vape.
It's the only way to get a real buzz.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is What's More Metal. If it's your first time listening to the show, Dan and I will pick two random topics each week. We pick the most metal, our most metal examples of something in that topic.
Yep.
This week we are doing most metal movie dad.
Yeah.
And duo.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is pretty awesome. Like these were fun to look up.
Yep.
And all that shit. We usually like to start with a positive news story. I don't think we did that.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Look, not a lot got done this week.
Yes.
My sleep schedule got all wonky. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know how to live. All right. I mean, I'm not young, but let me tell you, still not enough time for me to figure out how to fucking balance
Anything at all.
Anything at all in my life. I don't know. You do anything this week, Dan?
Anything? I did.
Anything to say out loud into a microphone?
Oh, I see. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I did a backyard show last Saturday.
There we go.
And that was super fucking fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
That's fucking awesome. And yeah.
It was it was like I'm doing it. So I did it. This guy Justin Himes put it on in his backyard.
Mm-hmm.
And what's weird, so Justin and I and this woman, Melissa, have been doing this thing where, because we've all been working from home for the entire quarantine, and they may stop working from home at some point, but I won't.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this app that you could get that would be like, it would just pair you up with somebody that you could see working, but you couldn't chat with them or anything. And I was like, that's fucking dumb. Like, I could probably just convince some friends of mine to do that. And so we have a Discord channel that I log into turn on the camera, don't talk to one another really, and just fucking work. And every once in a while you look over and you see somebody else at work, and it's pretty fucking helpful. But it's also weird.
It would not be helpful if I was in on this because you would just see me on my phone.
Yeah.
I'd be like, like.
Well, I mean, we're all...
And then you'd see me masturbate. Like,
yeah.
Probably 8 times.
Well, that would be interesting.
I'd really Jeffrey Toobin this whole situation.
But yeah, so that's and I haven't thought of a bit for that yet, but he did bring it up when he brought me up to perform, and I was like, I should have something to say about this, but I just kind of fucking don't.
It is weird. It's like yeah. It's like what if a cubicle was even more isolated and lonely?
Yes.
It's like, oh, you can look out into an an aquarium of watching people work, just a human zoo.
Yeah, it's but it has been useful. It has been helpful. It kept me on task when by nature I would not be able to.
Right. No, that's a cool. Maybe it would stop me from masturbating 8 times, and I would actually be able to get something done.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I mean, I can send you the link. You can try it.
I would just paint my lower half with green paint and hope that the Zoom just edited it out, just color keyed it out, you know?
Yeah, we definitely don't use Zoom. We're using Discord.
You're like, wow, that guy looks like he's punching the air in front of his.
Why is he beating that cloud?
Why is he hovering around in just a shirt like Orko from He-Man?
You just have a skyscape as your lower half. Like, oh well.
He's just hovering. There's even a shadow and everything. I'm just like, he's just lost his legs and he's hovering and sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
So it was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. A lot of people who do improv did stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them for the very first time in front of anyone other than a Zoom mic.
Yeah.
A Zoom camera.
And that was the last supportive crowd they'll ever know.
Yeah.
It was a very supportive crowd. So they all did well enough to think that they can actually do it.
Yeah.
Which
hey, let me introduce you to the crusher of souls.
Yeah.
That is the endless chain of open mics.
Yeah. I did try to, like, I was talking to a couple of them and they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about going to an open mic, and I'm like, you do realize that it will be nothing like this, right? Like, there's not a chance.
Yeah.
Even at Helium, you're not going to get this kind of response. Like, these people are all friends of yours.
Yeah.
So of course they laughed. You go to a place where they just expect you to be funny, and they were okay, but it wasn't like,
Yeah.
you know, it was the kind of shit that would get like 3 chuckles at Helium.
Mm-hmm.
But they did well enough. It's just like, oh yeah, I must, you know, I'm a fucking genius, and they're not. So,
Nobody is. Nobody is.
Nobody is. No, definitely not coming right out of the gate like
Man.
that.
We got an ad this week. We got a new sponsor.
Did we?
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got a new sponsor. This one, really excited for it. It's like a pretty big corporate sponsor here. But anyway, here's the copy they gave us to read. Today's episode of What's More Metal is brought to you by Dr. Pibb. That's right. I went to college, you motherfucks. Guess who's a dentist? Dr. Pibb.
Nice.
Yeah, well, that's
Good for
fucking
him.
great.
And he's generating his own business
He
by
is.
being an extremely sugary drink.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's about the worst fucking soda that you can have, Mr. Pibb.
Now with more teeth-dissolving sugar.
Dude, that
I'm just saying, that kid. I mean, that's just smart. He's like creates the problem and he's the solution.
Right.
Dr. Pibb. And I'm just glad anytime somebody goes and gets an education, I just like that's an important thing to do.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Especially
so late in life.
Right.
Dude's got to be like 80 years old.
Definitely. The formula alone is worth almost 100 years old, probably.
He did not have to do that. I guess he was just the Dr. Pepper just really got under his skin at
Yeah,
parties.
just finally was like, fuck this.
Hello, Citizen Pibb.
Either that,
Fuck you, piece of shit.
Either that or Mr. Pibb was fucking stupid, and
Yeah.
it took him 50 years to get that degree.
It's honorary.
He just kept failing. He failed in college enough where they just gave him the degree.
And then Alexander Jolt walks in drinking a fucking Four Loko.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys, you just freebasing caffeine. You're like, son of a bitch. Do you remember Jolt Cola?
Yeah.
Randy? Yeah.
Yeah, I drank a 6-pack of it in high school.
What? Oh, my God.
I did.
And you had a heart problem later on. That's
yeah.
so weird.
Yeah, I know.
The doctor's like, it's like, oh my God, were you just mainlining speed and running marathons? Like, this thing is.
No, all that happened was I just couldn't sleep. It wasn't like it wasn't good or anything. It just was like I was up for like a day.
Dude, caffeine's fucking gnarly. Apparently, there's like nothing you can do to like speed up its course, like through your. You just have to wait for it to wear off, like basically, like when it's in your body.
Or you just let your body become so used to it that it's just Monday.
Right, that's true. Or heroin. Then you'll
Naturally.
take 900 naps.
I do think I think somebody, at least one person, has a theory that the reason the Renaissance happened is because they discovered caffeinated tea and coffee. And people were drinking it, and they were just up later because they would go to bed when the sun went down, and all of a sudden they're just up all night thinking about shit.
I'm going to learn to paint.
Yeah, right?
Also, I'm pretty sure I invented a helicopter.
Yeah, like Da Vinci, if he hadn't had coffee, it would just be like,
oh my God.
He'd make one painting, but since he did, he was just like fucking super prolific.
Yeah, at that dude, Da Vinci does come across as a speed freak a little bit. Like, just.
Oh, sure.
He's just like, all right. Fuck yeah. Well, fucking, like, Michelangelo was like, peeling bodies and shit, like drawing it, which is fucking psycho. And then the church is like, we like you. Come. We need you to do some ceiling murals.
Yeah.
We need you to make a bunch of husky broads. That's the theory, though, about Michelangelo. I mean, he might have been gay, but it also, like, you weren't allowed to look at like naked women in general, or like and even like all the bodies he saw were beefy dudes,
Right?
And so that's just all the ladies he was painting was just like, hey, slap some tits on them. And I don't know, I really like when you look at those pictures. It's just like if you just imagine like Hulk Hogan with like a more full blonde wig on, yeah, you're just like, yeah, and you're like, wow, check out that. They all look like China. Like,
yeah,
it's real buff, which is awesome. Maybe that dude just had a thing. Like, that was just his thing. He was just like, look, baby wants to be carried by a strong mommy.
Maybe.
Come up. Baby Michael wants up. Anyway, gang, this is what do you want to start with? You want to start with Movie Dad? Let's start with Movie Dad, maybe.
All right, let's start with Movie Dad.
We'll do Movie Dad, and then we'll do Duo.
Yep.
And to decide who gets to go first between Dan and I on Most Metal Movie Dad, we're going to do the most metal thing possible and roll 20-sided die. We've got the What's More Metal brand 20-sided die that you can get on patreon.com. Why did I draw the .com? So dumb. Anyway, Patreon. Go there, look us up. We got a bunch of cool shit. We got T-shirts. We got stickers. We got this sweet 20-sided die. The one says What's More Metal, and the 20, the natural 20, says Natch Twombo.
And
because it'll get you laid, baby. Never. 4% of the time. So, anyway, Dan, go ahead and give us a roll that bad boy.
Got an 8.
Got an 8. All right, go this bad boy. Sweet little 18. Holy shit! Whose hand was that?
not mine.
Yeah, it was supposed to be because I was sitting on it.
It's definitely not Randy's. Randy, I don't think he ever rolled above 13 the entire time.
Okay, by the way, the other day I was laying in bed at 4 p.m. and but like my arm fell asleep, my whole arm or whatever, and I grabbed my hand with my other hand. Okay, yes, it does feel like, oh, that's a stranger's hand, but it also feels gross, like you're holding a corpse's hand.
Yes,
like it's
does.
fucking. I was like, I forgot. I was like, that's so. I'm like, blah.
Yeah.
I'm not letting that touch my dick. That's fucking gross. My God.
You're not going to give yourself the cadaver?
No. Who was it? Somebody at a fucking. I went. It was Amanda Arnold's birthday. Shout out to her. And I was at their house, and I shook their hand. I think it was our friend Joe's girlfriend. She just shook her hand. I met her for the first time, and she's like, "You have such soft hands."
Yeah.
And I'm all like, "Never worked a day in my life." It was a hell of a statement. I'm like, I jerk off with that one, so lots of lotion. That's the most fucking lotion, second most lotion part of my body, frankly. What do you mean soft hands? Weird thing to say. You're welcome? I don't know. What the fuck? I'm a man. Anyway, so I get to go first in Most Metal Movie Dad. And I'm gonna have to go with my favorite movie dad, and I have to go with Mad Max.
Yeah.
Mad Max, probably not a great dad because his wife and kid were killed.
Yeah.
But that death did teach him an important lesson about vengeance.
Yes.
So yeah. But he spent the next 4 movies straight just killing motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And doing a real manly thing, which is to wander alone in the desert, you know?
And really tight pants.
And with a kick-ass car.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so he's really living it, you know? And I feel like really expressing emotions in the full spectrum of that a man has, which is silence and rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Just it feels good, you know. He like, and I don't know. I just a kick-ass dude. He tracks down his wife and son's killers, like the whole biker gang, and kills them all.
Kills all of them.
And then later on, it's, you know, he has a soft spot for kids, even though he pretends like he doesn't, you know,
Right.
because you know, yeah, his was killed and shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, like it's just a good. I mean, in terms of post-apocalyptic dads, probably the best.
Solid one.
A solid one. for
Solid
sure.
dad. Mad Max is
Mad
my
Max
choice.
is your choice. All right. So my choice, I'm going to go with Nicolas Cage as Brent Ryan. This is the dad from the movie Mom and Dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where parents suddenly there's some no, I don't remember why they do it, but parents just decide to murder their children.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And so
Which is their right.
yeah.
Right.
And so Nicolas Cage just goes full Nicolas Cage and starts chasing his kids around and tries to kill them while they hide in the basement and shit.
Uh-huh.
And it's pretty fucking epic.
That rocks.
So yeah, he's a dad that wanted to kill his kids. And I think there's almost nothing more metal or environmentally friendly than that.
That's true. That is true. He's like, I'm putting you back in my balls. What? How are you doing that? How are you going to do that? That's not good. Yeah. I made you. I put you in this world, and I could carve you up with a series of steaks. You know, there's like the stuff a dad would kill you for. Like, did you touch the thermostat? Shing.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I picture a dad trying to kill you just in like those loose-fitting tight whites,
Yep.
just like running around,
Yeah.
like a mustard-stained shirt,
Yep.
just like ugh. You're just like, oh, come on, God damn it!
Yeah.
The elastic all blown out, holes in the fucking, just the elastic barely clinging, like like the rest of the underwear is just clinging with fingernails to the what's remaining of the elastic band.
Yeah.
This dude running around. But then, yeah. And then he's like, you know, just before he kills you, like maybe you see his hog and you think it's huge. Because it's the first adult hog you've ever seen.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think that's
These dad riffs aren't nothing for you guys, huh?
Yeah. No.
Dance fighting a memory.
Yes. Yes, I am. As a matter of fact,
I can see you shaking it off.
a memory
in your
that
eyes.
I really don't want to
It's
think
fine.
about.
You don't have to broadcast it over the
I'm
internet
definitely
for all
not
time.
going to talk about it.
But that's fine. I just think it's funny to see you physically just no. I hope everybody did that at home listening.
Right.
They're just driving and they're like, oh, no. Just cold
Not again.
sweats,
Not again.
PTSD kicking in. No, they just right back.
For sure, yeah.
That time at night he was sleepwalking or whatever. Just like, no,
Stop.
No.
You need to stop now. That I cannot.
Okay.
The only reason you're getting away with it is because you don't have a dad.
Yeah, I know. I'm fucking. It's free and clear for me. This is just a pain I get to give everybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Suckers, you suckers and your dads. Fucking idiot. All right, great choice, Dad. Dan. So, okay, those are our choices. I chose Mad Max. Dan chose Nicolas Cage in the movie Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
Brent Lowry. What's his name?
Brent Ryan.
Brent Ryan. Boy, that is a...
Two first names.
Two first names.
Always a bad sign.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Yeah. Oh, it reminds me of Lance Edwards had that joke about white people with the last name for a first name.
Yeah.
Like Anderson.
Yeah.
Taylor. like, so fuck you. I don't trust you people. That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Anyway, shout out Lance.
Shout out to Lance Edwards.
Lance Edwards. Ugh, sorry. Damn COVID. By the way, from the helium mic, people don't want to talk about the virus at all in any way. People are just like over it 1,000%. Can't even joke that you have it and then cough on people.
That does make people jumpy.
I don't know what their deal is. I'm like, I'm vaccinated, so it's got to be a stronger version. It's probably mutated. Okay, so those are our choices. We're going to put those up on our Instagram stories next week and let you guys vote on them. Maybe around Wednesday. It depends on how I'm feeling. And if I'm feeling better than this week. So, backups. My backup choice for Most Metal Movie Dad, I'm going to go Thanos.
Yes. That's great.
Thanos, yeah. He's a what a great father figure. You know, giant dude, muscular, wants his kids to be successes, and if they're not, he slowly turns them into a cyborg piece by piece.
Right.
Yeah.
He gets them to fight against each other to make them stronger, a classic move that works for one of them. Usually the older one. And then, his son escapes or something at one point, like leaves, and he goes through the entire universe trying to kill everybody of that age just to hope he catches his kid in the mix.
I don't think that's not in the movie.
It's not in the movie.
It is in the
comic books. Yes.
Yeah, and then his son eventually grows up and
Right.
tries to murder him.
Again, that's
Classic.
That's good parenting.
Right.
Yeah. You taught your kid how to survive by trying to kill him a bunch of times, and then tables have turned.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I'll let you go because I don't know if this is going to be one of yours, but yeah.
Okay. There are a couple that were good, but I'm gonna pick one that I think is completely insane. Brian Mills from the movie Taken.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, good call.
Liam Neeson.
But these are really boring dad names.
Yeah, I didn't know. I figured his name would be Stryker McCabe, and then it's like fucking. It's Brian Mills.
That's such a class.
I love
solid Stryker McCabe.
Yeah, because he fucking kills so many people.
Yeah.
He just walks through them like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what's your name? Brian. Fuck off. Like, that can't.
Yeah.
You got killed by Brian Mills. You should fucking come to life and then hang yourself.
Yeah.
That is fucking terrible.
I'm being killed by a Brian.
Yeah.
No way.
Brian.
I'm not getting killed by a Brian. I'm not being killed by an Aiden. That's my fucking. Those are my.
That's your hard
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
For sure.
No way.
Yeah. And it's just because he kills his way through an entire Eastern European sex trafficking ring to get his daughter back, and then apparently loses her again. I haven't seen Taken 2 or 3, but
That's right. There's a third one.
there's a third one, and I think the second one, his ex-wife gets taken, or they both do. Like,
Oh, and then it's just him going, "Oh, nice." And then he has a
Taken
sandwich.
2 is him at a fucking resort. Sweet.
It's just his feet up, drinking a drink. Nice.
But yeah, so Liam Neeson, Brian Mills in Taken.
Oh, that's funny. That's great. I was thinking, just like when you were like before, I was like Oedipus's dad. Like that's how you raise a real winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, look, I need you to kill me and take over my spot in my wife.
Yeah. For sure.
I was also gonna, and it was just a quick Google, but I was looking up in terms of dad names. The dad from Falling Down was another one of my.
Oh yeah,
the guy from Falling Down. Now I guess Michael Douglas's character is William Foster. So yep, another boring guy
ass name.
But yeah, yeah, Falling Down is a problematic film for sure. But there is something to be said about a guy that just loses it and just like, I'm just gonna walk around and fuck people up all day. I guess.
Yeah.
Leave my car in traffic and just beat people with a bat at random. You know.
Yeah.
And that's pretty dope. I'm
That
gonna
sounds
shoot
excellent.
up a burger place because the burger doesn't look like the picture.
I think he actually does it because they stopped serving breakfast 5 minutes before he walked in.
Right.
He asks for like an egg McMuffin or something, and they're like, "We're sorry, it's 12:02," and he's like, "But it's only used to. I can see them," and they're like, "No, we can't." And he's like, "Fuck it!" And just starts shooting the place up.
But
It's a fucking crazy movie.
Oh, it's totally fucking crazy. The thing about the burger is true too. I remember maybe I'm like, how come it never looks like the picture? Like, what's up? And they're like, hey, old man, fuck off. I get paid like $4 an hour at this point.
Oh yeah.
Go fuck yourself. But yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's gonna be it for Most Metal Movie Dad, and that's gonna bring us to the next topic.
Next topic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna bring us to Most Metal Movie Duo from fictional duo, right?
I didn't. I picked a real life.
Okay,
people. I
well,
picked
duo.
Real life people.
Most Metal Duo. We weren't specific enough about it,
Right.
but that's fine. I went first last time. Dan gets to go first this time. Dan, what's your choice?
I picked. They're a married couple, so I don't know if that counts as a duo or not.
Mm-hmm.
But it's two people. It's Serge and Betty Klarsfield. They were Nazi hunters in the 70s, 60s through 70s. They're the people that brought Klaus Barbie to justice.
Oh, nice.
They were the ones that found him and then had him not extradited. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Yeah. They also the other things that they did, they they protested the German chancellor at the time. This dude named Kurt Kiesinger had been a Nazi propaganda guy during the World War II,
Mm-hmm.
and then for some reason Germany elected him to be chancellor,
Mm-hmm.
and the two of them hated that and would show up at all of his speeches and just shout Nazi at him. And then at one point they were at some other political rally, and the wife said, "The next time I see that guy, I'm going to slap him," and everybody in the room laughed. But the next time she saw him, she got arrested for slapping him. And then eventually their protest led to him like resigning in disgrace. And
Nice.
They got in trouble for trying to kidnap from East Germany a guy named Kurt Leischke, who was a Nazi guard at one of the whatever. The not fucking
The extermination camps.
the concentration camp. So she spent spent their whole lives fucking finding and fucking over Nazis.
It's fucking awesome.
Awesome.
And you can find their exploits are listed in a book called "Hunting the Truth: The Memoirs of Serge and Betty Klarsfield."
That's interesting. You know who did something similar, but opposite, was Alan Dulles, the head of the CIA, who saved the lives of multiple Nazi German generals.
Right.
Yeah, America, USA, USA.
Soviet, mostly German scientists, Nazi scientists.
No, these were generals.
Oh, really? He
Yeah.
saved them too?
Yep. at least 2, and then a couple of and a lot of CEOs too. It was like, hey, you guys are cool.
Yeah.
Personally went in and stopped them from being being held at the Hague.
Yeah.
USA. It's yep. Good time. It's called Operation Sunrise, by the way, if you want to look it up.
My favorite conspiracy theory of all time was told to me by this fucking psycho, this dude that I met in Santa Fe, and he only ever called himself Wild Bill.
Uh-huh.
He made a living as an extra in westerns being filmed in New Mexico.
Wild Bill did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
All right.
Drove a motorcycle. Like, he's everything. If whatever you're picturing in your head, you're probably right.
Uh-huh.
And we would get coffee together all the time at this coffee shop called the Aztec, and he would tell me all these fucking crazy conspiracy theories that he had.
Nice.
And I went over to his place once, and it looked exactly like the house of somebody that was a conspiracy theorist. Like, it had red yarn and everything.
Nice.
Like, fucking crisscrossing the house. And the Aztec was the place that had an open mic conspiracy theory night where people could come in and for like 10 minutes
I wish
just
that was
talk
still a
about the fucking thing that they thought. And Wild Bill was clearly the headliner.
Yeah.
Because he would just show up and say crazy shit.
Oh my God. I would do my Hall & Oates thing.
Yeah. But it wasn't. These were all not real, but they were like things these people believed.
Yeah.
So the one that he told me was that the CIA saved this dude who was like a chemist. He was like a chemist for Nazi Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like Sergeant General Hermann Geller. Brought him over, and he had been investigating in Nazi Germany chemicals to make people more suggestible,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he brought him over, and then they realized while he was over here that those same chemicals would also keep food from rotting. So they just said they were preservatives and put them in all the chips and everything, all the fast food and like junk food, so that you would eat it, become suggestible,
And then buy a red hat.
or whatever. Yeah. I mean, legitimately, like they were like, yeah, you're just going to be more susceptible to these commercials or whatever. While you're eating this shit,
Yeah.
you're going to be more likely to be influenced.
And that preservative was lead.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
He was just like all of them.
Yeah.
From then. And it's one of the more believable
Absolutely.
conspiracy
Well, I mean,
theories.
MK Ultra turned out to be real, and that is basically half of that right
Yeah.
there. If there's like, where the CIA is like, how do we make these fucking people, more like
behave.
sheep? Yeah. So
Let's feed them acid. Whoops.
well,
Does the opposite.
this is just really freeing their minds and making them more like, really more empathetic to the people, feel more connected to the universe around them.
Yeah. What a mistake.
Kind of destroying their ego.
Yeah.
Not really helping here.
Not really helping us in Operation MK Ultra.
Right. But yeah. So shout out to MK Paulson. So
AKA MK Ultra.
okay, that should be the name of his album.
It should be MK Ultra.
So that's great, great choice. I chose for my choice for most metal movie duo, and this one I feel like is so iconic that it's hard to think of a duo and not think of these two together, right?
Sure.
And in fact, it's hard to think of them apart. But I'm going to go with Bishop and the Alien. The alien that rips out of his chest during the middle of a spaghetti dinner in the movie Alien. Those two, what a pair. What a classic,
A
just
showstopper.
odd
really.
couple
Yeah.
sharing the same space. Just how do they you don't think they're going to get along, and then they do not.
Everybody warned him.
Yeah.
This is going to end badly for you, Bishop. And he's like, no, man. I just feel him inside.
Yeah.
I feel him inside.
And boy, did they ever get close, those two? They
Yeah.
got close, and I don't know. To me, it's just a classic movie duo that Frank, that they're hard to separate.
Right.
Hard to separate.
For sure.
I know it's a bit of a surprise, kind of shocking,
Right.
bit of a choice, bit of a kind of burst out at you.
Surprise at dinner,
Mm-hmm.
for example.
Right. Sorry. So, those are our choices from. I guess that's it for the riffs on that.
Yeah. Well, we've ripped on it many other times.
That's
We've
true.
talked about that a bunch on the podcast.
It's such. It's.
I mean, it's such an iconic
yeah.
scene.
Hey, there should be a show where it's just the two of them sharing an apartment, and the chestburster's still in his chest, like peeking out.
Oh yeah,
Like helps him on a date, tells him the things to say, like just do all the stupid sitcom things. But and he's got like a very like, hello there. Yes, Bishop, I need you to. This is.
yeah.
Tell her she has pretty eyes.
I guarantee you that Seth MacFarlane has thought of that cartoon.
It's probably already a thing on a Family
He
Guy.
probably probably already
It's
is like
probably
one
a-
of those cut scenes from Family Guy.
It probably is already. Because everything's in there
Right.
at this point. But that's just how I picture it. Yes. Oh, my God. This food is horrible. I don't... This is what they call caviar? Eesh. That's my alien chestburster voice.
Sounds like a drunk Steve Coogan.
What is this? I hate it. Disgusting. I don't know what the voice is exactly, but that's just how I picture it.
I picture it sticking out of his chest, but he's got a top hat for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing a top
adorable.
hat.
Yes. It got one monocle.
Yeah, and a monocle. Top hat, monocle.
Tiny monocle.
And then for some reason, a cane hanging off, but he doesn't have arms, so it's fucking useless.
He's
for
got that
him.
cartoon thing where it's like a bib, but with the bow tie on it.
Right,
and
right,
the,
right.
The whatever that thing is. The cummerbund, is that what that is? Or is
Cummerbund
the
is
cummerbund's the
belty
middle.
thing.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
I-
And it would roll up?
Yeah. I think it's just a bib.
It's not a bib.
I think it's called a bib.
It is it really?
Well, the phone is in your grasp, man.
That's why it's in my hands.
Well, yeah, but you were just, you were like, I think it is. And it was like off to your side. Look,
Go on.
it's, I don't think it's a bib. But that would be amazing if you get to eat lobster. Or like, you went to a crab place and they just gave you like the bow tie plastic.
They gave you a tuxedo bib.
Yeah. Oh, I want a tuxedo bib. You would be the coolest person at that fucking crawfish boil.
It's got a bow tie, but it's plastic.
Yeah,
so it can
just right on
it just fucking all the juices just run off.
Yeah.
Which is
That's
a
how
gross
I
way
eat
to
pussy.
put it. Yeah.
It's just I put on
With a bib?
my tuxedo bib. And that was the sound of our last not male listener just going someplace
tuning the
better. Going someplace better. So those are our choices for most metal duo. Dan chose, what was the names again?
The Klarsfield the Klarsfield couple.
The Klarsfields. And I chose Bishop and the Chestburster.
Okay.
Do you have a backup, Dan?
Yeah. It's a weird choice, which is why it's not my first. But I'm going to pick the Smothers Brothers
Oh, great.
Nice.
Yeah.
because they were astonishingly subversive in their TV show. Like it's you look at them and you're like, whatever. They're like super clean cut, wearing suits and whatnot. And then they did a bunch of sketches about the Vietnam War and shit and got canceled
Yeah.
because their show was too much for in the 70s, but still, like they went way above and beyond to fucking turn that show into something weird.
It was awesome. It was like a super funny show, had like these really awesome writers, and then they just went really subversive and anti-fucking imperial with their fucking...
Yep.
I love that. I think that's fucking fantastic.
And also, I listened to their albums like my mom and dad had a couple different Smothers Brothers records, and I listened to them like
Oh, yeah, they're fucking great.
a lot.
They're fucking really great.
A super fucking lot.
Yeah, they were famous for a reason. They were fucking very talented.
They
very
have that
funny.
one song. I don't know, maybe you can find it somewhere. It's called Mediocre Fred. Have you ever heard that
No.
song? It's the legend of Mediocre Fred, and it's fucking hilarious.
That's a great premise.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Just
It's a good fucking song.
I like a legendary Tall Tales song about a guy who just does it.
He just goes to work and goes to bed like mediocre dull Fred.
I love
It's
that.
fucking awesome.
I believe it is, from what I was finding, it is called a dickie.
It's a dickie.
It's a dickie
Hey.
on the tuxedo.
I would prefer bib.
There are pieces of a tuxedo that you can get called a bib, but that is not what you are referring to.
Yeah, well, great.
A dickie.
A dickie.
Dickie.
Wow.
Did
you tie it to your dick to keep it down?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like those sock gaiters or whatever. Those
Yeah.
sock garters that you can get, but it's like kind of the opposite. It's tethered, but like it uses tension to stay in place.
Right.
Yeah.
So so in the cartoons where it rolls up, that's because the tether that goes to the cock ring around your balls and shaft.
Just broke.
It broke.
Right.
It snapped.
The cock rings are notoriously cheap.
Yes.
That go along with
Oh,
dickies.
well, I mean, in the string. I mean, it's like the rubber band in a G.I. Joe. I mean, once that thing goes,
It all goes.
it's fucked. It's never getting fixed.
Never going to be the same again.
My backup choice for Most Metal Duo, this will be a little controversial. That's why it's not my number one. But I'm going to go with Hitler and the Gun. I'm going to go with good old Hitler and the Walther PPK pistol that they met halfway in his brain pan. When you think of two people that made each other better once they met,
Yeah.
boy, you think of Hitler and the Gun. Boy, like
I know I do.
yeah, it's great.
A marriage made in, well, hell, really.
Yeah. I wish they could have met sooner. You
Yeah.
know, like back in art school.
Right.
Boy, wouldn't that have been great?
If he was just discouraged enough to make that friendship.
Yeah. In fact, that's why he's not a real artist,
Right.
because he didn't make that fucking.
Yeah. His first painting being rejected did not lead to a suicide.
I wish his first painting had been all over the wall of his apartment.
Yeah. A Pollock. if
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
will.
Just real abstract.
An original Adolf Pollock.
I'm gonna use mostly-
Adolf Pollock.
I'm going to work mostly in grays and pinks, I think, on this one.
We're going to use a chunky medium.
Yeah, a lot of decoupage on this bad boy.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot of texture.
A lot of texture on this bad boy.
Yeah.
Gonna love it. Yeah, good old Hitler and the Gun. Almost my first
That's
choice.
it. Those were both good choices.
Mostly just didn't want to have on have to put up a poll where I'm like, yep, I chose Hitler and a gun. The picture would have explained it, but it was also like,
Yeah.
But yeah, did you have any other backups, Sam?
Yeah, I had one other one. Just because the movie is cool, but also the real people were also pretty rad. Just Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Just fucking around in the Old West. It was. I like the movie quite a bit.
Oh yeah, and for sure. That's absolutely. Just two boys just hanging out and doing their thing.
Mean and no harm. That's a different.
That's a different duo.
That's a different duo, and not nearly as awesome.
You know what? I used to think they were cool as a kid, but now their car fucking bums me right the fuck out. Actually,
For sure.
I'm like, you know what? Your car kind of fucking sucks, you pieces of shit.
Yeah.
They're all like, yeah.
How far is
Duke's
it?
a hazard.
Oh,
How far is it? 5 miles. Not as the crow flies. And
Yeah.
then they would just like jump over a canyon every week.
Like that shit was cool, and I liked how they didn't like cops, but it was also like, you got that flag on your car. I don't really.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Don't need it. Don't need it. That'd be funny if they were, just they just make some kind of remake where they're like, hey, all right, it's just two bad boys riding a car and fucking around with cops, and also there's the Nazi black sun is just painted on the hood.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. There's just a Pepe the Frog on it or something. Like, this isn't a cool show. This is fucking not good at all. I don't care for this.
They just whenever they're driving around, they blare the Joe Rogan podcast.
Just some all right boys. Bam, 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 bam.
MAGA no harm.
Do 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 do. Well, when they're not on 4chan, they're fucking around in the core.
4chan.
this one's like also problematic, but Indiana Jones and Short Round.
Wow.
Hold on. I chose it because Short Round's a badass, but also, why are they friends?
Yeah.
He's he's an archaeologist and a college professor, and there's just a 10-year-old Asian boy he's
Right.
hanging out with. No parents. Don't know why they're hanging out. He's trafficking him, like,
Yeah.
because that is legally what he's doing. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to just be palling around with a boy you're not related to. No one ever asked questions.
Yep.
That lady was like, "Hey, I kind of like you," Andy. He's like, I'm clearly taken. I don't know if you can tell. My boyfriend's right over there playing Minecraft. Okay, do you mind chilling for a second? I'm dating a tiny boy.
Yeah, that.
Met him in Thailand. Love Short Round.
Yeah, the whole line. He has that one line. No time for love, Dr. Jones.
Yeah.
She wants to make out with that lady, and Short Round is constantly cock blocking Indy the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
Or was that just jealousy?
Was it jealousy? He was just like,
You're mine.
it's like, what are you doing? We're putting a lot of onus on someone who can't consent in this scenario, but still, I'm just full on though. I know that like that's not great, but Short Round was kick ass. He was a kick ass kid.
Yeah.
He ends up fighting another kid in the Temple of Doom, which is dope.
Yeah.
Just like him and like an evil boy, like you have to go square off with a knife fight. That's dope. And a grown man got him in that situation. That's great.
Yeah. Put him in grave danger.
Short Round should take over for Indiana Jones now that Harrison Ford is 9,000 years old.
Right.
That would be a cool fucking show.
If the return of Short Round.
Yeah, like you just do new Indiana Jones movies, but it's Short Round and he's a professor now. He's grown up like his hero. And then people are like, "Oh, what got you into this?" Like, I used to pal around with this guy, and this very, it didn't seem great, actually, in hindsight. But
He put me in a lot of danger.
luckily, there was always some lady around that kept anything weird from happening.
Who should play Short Round, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, Donnie Yen, probably, like,
That would be awesome.
to be sick as fuck.
Or the guy from The Raid.
Yeah.
We fucking,
I can't possibly pronounce his name correctly.
yeah.
Um,
But yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, somebody like that. I mean, fucking Jet Li's kind of old now.
Jelly's pretty old for that.
yeah, he's too old for that.
Well, I'm
When did-
sure there's
when did-
some, but I would specifically want like a badass like that. You know what I mean? Like a new Jackie Chan style guy, like an action star like that, which I'm sure there's
like Tony Jaa.
like Tony Jaa or something. Yeah.
Tony Jaa would be fucking
It'd be
tight.
fucking great.
So, I mean, Short Round would be almost in his mid-40s.
Oh yeah, so that does open up a few people. You know,
Well,
yeah, that
Jet
depends
Li
on
is
the year.
definitely
That-
not in his
Pretty old.
40s.
but that depends on the year that you're. If you know what I mean, it doesn't have to be current day. I mean,
Yeah.
like this could be like the '90s in the movie.
Right,
It could
right,
take
right.
place in any time period. Would he be in his 40s? Because
no, he'd be older.
It
than
came
He'd be
out.
way older than
It came
that.
out in
He was
84.
fighting Nazis.
It came out in 84. He looked like he was about like 10.
that. Oh.
Yeah, but the movie took
but the
place-
movie took place in like the late
Oh
the mid
shit,
40s.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be old as fuck.
Yeah,
he'd be
so
like
it can't take
he'd
place
be like
now.
80, 81.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unlike Harrison Ford's spry 900.
Right.
yeah.
But I'm being serious. I think I would be a fucking kick-ass movie. I would just you just get Short Round in to play like the main character. I think
Yeah.
that would be a great way to kind of fix some of that a little bit.
Right.
Like
Yeah,
in retrospect, where you're like, yeah, that wasn't great, but now he's taking over. He's the main dude, and
then-
I would be all about it because Short Round was kick-ass.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Now
reminded
now he's called Long Round. 'Cause he's older. He's an older.
Short Round, Tall Round,
He's Tall Round now.
Tall Thin. That should be his name. I did see a video. This happened a while back, where David Blaine went to Harrison Ford's house,
Oh yeah.
hanging out with his family, and did a magic trick. And after it was done, because it was so fucking crazy. Like he put his card inside of a fucking orange or some shit.
Yeah.
Like he peeled it and his card was inside.
Right.
And instead of Harrison Ford doing anything, he was just like, "Get the fuck out of my house!"
Yeah.
Like, as soon as the trick is over, he's like, "I'm not having this at all."
It'd be great if he just pulled a gun on him. He was like, "How'd you get my card?" It belongs in a museum. I don't know. I think that's it for movie duo.
Yep.
I'm sure we've went over every single one of them,
Yep.
and we
Yeah,
left none behind.
Absolutely an all-inclusive, comprehensive list.
In hindsight, I should have found a not male duo, but I'm assuming that the chest burster was a lady. So
Probably.
I think it was gender non-binary.
yeah.
I don't think it has a gender.
I don't think so either. It's more of an egg laying.
Yeah.
I don't even know. The life cycle of an alien is a complex mistress. Anyway, that's going to bring us to the polls. Well, we didn't do polls. And by we, I mean I. So that didn't get done. But that's fine. Look, but we'll put them up sometime this week, and we'll get to them next week, and we'll let you guys know who won. So
Yep.
So we'll do a double batch. But yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah. How about that Ride the Lightning round? All right. This is the Ride the Lightning round. This is the part of the show where producer Randy is going to go on Wiki Poopy Pee.
What's that?
Oh, Wiki Poopy Pee is it actually
I think you mispronounced. It's wipey poopy pee.
Wipey Poopy Pee?
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I sounded like an idiot. Wipey Poopy Pee is actually the only mail order, one at a time wipe service. So when you do, okay, so what it's actually a digital service that it's a button that's next to your toilet. It's installed. You have to get it attached to Wi-Fi, and then and then when you poop or pee, you press the button, and then within 10 minutes, we will get you connected to one of our operators.
The wipeologist.
Yes, a wipeologist that's standing by from one of our many Far Eastern call centers, and it's actually it's not Romania, but it's an unincorporated part of Upper Bulgaria. But anyway, pretty far over there. And they'll be on, and then they will immediately mail you a single wet wipe full of cooling mint and tea tree oil.
Yeah.
And mystery preservatives. And they'll be mailed to your house within 3 to 7 business days.
Yeah.
And then once you hear the doorbell ring, simply waddle to the door with your pants around your ankle, and then and greet one of our mail courier people.
You basically, I mean, you just open the door and bend over, and they take care of the
Well,
rest.
yes. But and then and of course it's all very discreet. They're in a bright yellow ass wipe jumpsuit, and the back says ass wipe.
And they can't come in, so you have to bend over
Right.
in the door.
It's actually, and then they are wearing a blindfold, so you have to guide a stranger's hand to you.
For modesty, they have to wear a blindfold
Right.
so you feel comfortable.
Privacy, 100%. Nobody. They also have to drive blindfolded for the last couple of blocks, so they totally don't know where you live.
It is.
Whitey pee pee pee.
It's the future. The future is wiping.
Yeah,
Now, if I could ask you guys, because you seem to be the foremost experts on this.
absolutely.
Sure.
I feel like this is a subscription service.
Yeah.
Right? How do you opt out of that if you're just not
Oh,
feeling it
I'm so
anymore?
glad you asked. If you need to no longer use the service, simply fill out a 56-page questionnaire just to let us know what you didn't like about the service, and then we'll mail you over the course of the next couple of weeks. We will mail you a section of a box. Now, you simply reconstruct the box once all the pieces are there. Then remove the wipey poopy. Actually, we need to send one of our technicians to uninstall
Yeah.
the wipey poopy pee button. Then we will put it in the box that you create because we don't. That's not on us to mail it. All right, that's on you. Then we will also send you a stamp. And that should another 5 to, and then once that's there, you mail it back to us, and when we receive it, when we say we receive it, we will immediately, within 6 months, stop charging your account.
I think you forgot, in order for them to be able to do it, you do have to take an imprint of your asshole.
That's right. That's right.
That's one of the 50 pages. So
Well-
it's just like, you can draw it, but really you want it to be as accurate as possible because it's like a fingerprint.
Right, and wipey poopy pee cannot be responsible for whoever that those pictures might be sent to or be shared with. We will share those with a third party and fourth party.
And at a party.
And any, literally any party.
Every party that we have in the office.
Wipey poopy pee, the button actually scans your feces for content. For internet content.
It will give you advertising modeled directly after your feces.
That's true. You will get way shittier ads on your phone.
It's just more like, well, it looks like you eat a lot of McDonald's, so let's give you some Burger King ads.
It's like, why do I just keep getting ads for brown wallpaper? Fucking weird. Wipey poopy pee.
Saving the world.
Ass not, want not. Oh, and not is spelled with a K.
Yeah. Saving the world one wipe at a time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, we do hand you the wipe afterward because we don't dispose of them.
We can't get rid of
ourselves.
it. We
That's
can't come
not-
in to flush it.
That's not. That's you're gonna have to.
Also, they're
that's
not
on you.
flushable.
That's yours. So gross.
They're not safe to flush. So you got to do something with who knows what.
Yeah. We do not screen the ass wipers as well because that is an extra cost
Yeah, background checks
that we're
out of the
not
question.
really, kind of can't afford right now. So. Anyway, so then producer Randy also goes on Wikipedia, the online encyclopedia. He hits the random button 2 times, finds 2 topics at random, and then Dan and I will tell you what's metal about those topics.
Yep.
So I've got 2 topics ready for you.
Oh,
Sure.
great.
The first one is Chris Chandler, a writer.
Good old Chris Chandler.
Is the topic a writer?
It's in parentheses next to his name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A writer.
Just writer. And the other one, One Little Victory.
Oh.
Oof.
So Chris Chandler, writer, One Little Victory.
Well, One Little Victory
Uh-huh.
is actually a book written by Chris Chandler.
Okay.
But it's a harrowing tale about the time someone didn't come immediately during sex. A man.
Yeah.
A man lasted 5 minutes, and it's basically the Rudy of our generation. Is this guy who, against all odds, really getting down with a very someone way out of their league, a very attractive person,
Sure.
and and then yet manages through a series of just sheer willpower, thinking about something completely, just mentally not being in the moment at all and barely enjoying it, and then also coke,
Yeah.
finds a way to just not immediately nut before the condom even goes on.
Yeah. And it's just one little victory
It's one small victory.
for him.
Yeah, the character's name is Eric Smalls, so that's where kind of like a little wordplay with the name.
One Smalls victory.
One Smalls victory. Yeah,
That was the original title.
Yeah.
But then
Right.
they turned it to One Little Victory.
one little
instead.
victory. Yeah, so it's Smalls.
So what was the
Was
guy?
it one small or one little?
One
victory?
little.
Oh,
One little victory.
yeah. Then that name makes less sense now. But
What's the other one again?
Chris Chandler, writer.
Chris Chandler, writer. Okay. As opposed to Chris Chandler, porn star.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, he wrote One Little Victory.
Uh-huh.
He also wrote another book called One Large Victory.
Oh.
That was about the time that a man helped a lady come. The one time in human history
Oh, okay. I see.
where that actually happened.
Wow.
And you know what? Honestly, the surprising part, it's not a sequel to One Little Victory.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't really surprise me at all.
It's completely different characters altogether.
That was the main character was Martin Biggs.
Yeah.
In that.
No, it was Martin. It was Martin Tongue.
Martin Tongue.
Martin
Oh, okay.
Tongue.
Oh, I had that wrong.
Yeah, Biggs. He was the antagonist.
Oh, okay.
In One Little Victory.
He thought he can get away with just using what he had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was wrong.
He was wrong.
Well, he also was the head ski instructor
Right.
who wanted to shut down the community center.
Yeah.
That was the B plot of one little
What was the
victory.
guy's name? Chris Chandler.
Chandler, yeah.
Chandler. Yeah, he wrote a bunch of books.
Mhm.
All of them about things that he couldn't do.
69 Shades of Grey.
69 Shades of Grey. One more time.
One blew onto the cuckoo's nest.
One medium almost victory. That was one of them. It was a longer
Whore
title.
of the Roses.
Yeah.
His words, not mine.
Yeah. One wipe over the line.
Yeah.
He wrote a lot of very interesting books.
He wrote
Stranger with a Strange Hand.
I think he wrote Battlefield Girth.
Oh, right.
Battlefield Girth.
Classic.
Yeah,
Classic Chris Chandler.
Yeah. Classic Chris Chandler. Yeah. Stranger and a Strange Man.
Stranger. Yep. Oh, yeah. That was the sequel.
Strangers Getting Trained.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so many. Vein spotting. It's about a big dick.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah. I mean, it's just, yeah. Like a great writer, great series of books.
Uh-huh.
I find that no matter what we find on Wikipedia, it's incredibly dirty.
It is weird how that works. But, I mean, it's just random chance.
It is true. That's
It
so
is.
weird that is the case. Randy, how was Wikipedia wrong, though, about what we said?
Oh, shit. One Little Victory is the opening track and first single from Rush's 2002 album, Vapor Trails.
You didn't know that?
2002, dude. Why would I know
Oh,
that?
right. Well, because I thought you were a fan.
I am a fan, but they kind of fell off after, before the album Roll the Bones.
Oh, damn. Chris Chandler is a British comedy writer, occasional performer, and doom metal musician.
Oh, my
Holy
God.
shit. What?
Well, he's way more metal than the shit we said. Damn. Well, now I'm fucking mad I don't know about this dude. What was it? What did he write?
Let's see. Let me hang on. Okay. So I'm just gonna. It's not a very long paragraph.
Uh-huh.
Chris Chandler is a British comedy writer, occasional performer, and doom metal musician. His work includes an A to Z of the British countryside, Peacefully in Their Sleeps, The Posh Old Men, or Two Posh Old Men, and The Milk Run, and Stairlift to Heaven. He's also provided material for 3 of Howard Redd's Edinburgh Festival shows.
Jesus.
Chris has recently had success as co-writer and occasional actor in 13 episodes of Little Howard's Big Question. He has written for Terrorizer since 2000 and also plays drums in the extreme doom band Moss.
Nice.
In 2015, he was assigned to write some of Danger Mouse's episodes with Howard Reed.
Damn, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a picture of him in a Seven Church t-shirt. He looks fucking tough as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
good
looks
for
metal
that.
as fuck, that guy.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
now I fucking want to meet this dude.
Right.
That fucking rocks. Go have a fucking pint
I don't
with
know
this dude.
what is extreme doom metal.
Oh, it's just
Because it's
You
pretty
play
extreme already.
You play inside a void.
Yeah.
You get all of your lyrics from the side of an ancient temple.
You sing only in Sanskrit.
Right.
You sing spells that were fucking written by witches in the 1200s.
Yeah, you sing lyrics only in the forgotten language of the elder gods.
All of the songs are called Cthulhu Awaken.
Yeah. You do peyote and you stare into two facing mirrors into the eternity it makes until it starts speaking back to you.
And then play guitar.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that we solved a bunch of stuff there.
We did.
We did.
We really defined a lot of things.
Yeah.
That felt good. Well, that's been the episode, guys.
Yeah.
I think we should just call it right there.
I think so too.
God, I mean, how many times we got to fucking drop the mic? You know what I mean? Fucking rocks. I want to thank Empire Pigs for doing our theme song. Want to thank all of our Patreon supporters.
Yeah.
Our Patreon pantheon of huge dick gods.
Yeah.
Fuck gods? Sex gods?
Sex gods.
Sex gods. Yeah. Fucking hell yeah. Sex god pantheon. I think I love it.
Yeah.
Those are great. And but yeah, thank you guys so much for supporting and helping us out. We're gonna do a lot of cool shit in the future.
Yeah, we got a live show that you guys are doing later this month. That'll be the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing it at the Fixin' 2 in St. John's.
Yes.
A show put on by the guys from the podcast Assville.
Right.
Yeah.
And eventually we're going to do a crossover episode.
Shane hit me up about that, so that's going to be coming soon.
That's going to be coming soon. We're going to do... they apparently are going to tell us what their favorite metal bands are.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to mock their choices because they're probably not metal
They're
bands.
probably not very good. They're like, when it comes to metal, I just love. It's gonna be fucking it's gonna be Nickelback and 311.
Yeah,
Avenged Sevenfold.
Avenged Sevenfold.
dude, they're not that bad.
Yeah, I mean there's worse choices than Avenged Sevenfold.
Absolutely. Like
they're of their time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like them. But yes,
there's I know Shane is going to pick some bad shit because he did a bit where he was talking about metal in high school, and the two bands he mentioned were 311 and No Doubt.
no,
And so,
no, that's right. He thought No Doubt was a metal band,
which is horrific.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah. And I don't even know if Seth. I don't have any idea.
That's so funny. Yeah. I mean, I will say this: Avenged Sevenfold is like at least twice as good as Avenged 3.5 Fold.
Avenged 2-ply.
Avenged Ben Folds. So brain dump. Well, you can tell I ran out of riff steam. So, but that live show should be June 27th at the Fixin' 2. So
7:30 start time.
Yeah.
Or 7:30. You can start seating. 8 is when it starts.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing a comedy brunch show at Botanist. Hopefully better than the last partner. And then what else? We got I don't know. It'll be good. Gonna be
Are you doing Tamale Boys soon?
Oh, I am. The 16th I'm going to be doing Tamale Boy. Thank you.
Dope.
Yeah.
It's a very fun show.
I wish I could highlight some of these fucking squares on my. And then the 14th I'll be finishing my back tattoo. So that should be good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a calf tattoo coming next weekend.
Nice. Wow, I didn't know you even had a calf. Little baby cow. I'm out of riff juice.
Yeah,
but-
I've only got a couple things coming up at the end of the month. So
Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know. We missing any more things?
Sign up for the Patreon. $6.66 a month for bonus content.
Yeah.
For the dice, email us at whatsmoremetalpodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah. Fuck
and if you send us proof that you donated to a Black Lives Matter foundation or
Related charity.
related charity,
Yeah.
we'll just send you a shirt and a die.
Any,
and a bunch
honestly,
of other
any
shit.
equality or social justice, fucking,
You
you know.
throw $20
that'll
at
work.
the ACLU, I'll send you dice.
Oh fuck yeah! Just let let's push this clearly very positive podcast out there. Let's pay it forward a little bit.
Yeah, we're good time party guys, and
I love it. You felt like you got stabbed in your own ribs when you said it. Like,
I think I was trying to explain it because the Asphalt guy, theirs is like a good time party guy podcast.
yeah.
And somebody had sent him like a sticker, and it was like, oh yeah, he's like, so our listeners gave me your listeners ever give us anything? And I'm like, yeah, they one guy bought us a T-shirt where the front shows a cop car on fire and the back is this cross that says, upside down cross that says "fuck all pigs" and "A cab" along the bottom, and he's like, that's a much different thing. I'm like, yes,
I love those shirts.
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, I'm wearing it right now.
I have a T-shirt that says "Drink Pee, Hail Satan."
Yeah, I mean those
I wear all the time.
Yeah, those are great, but it's a different vibe.
Different. we have different listeners, but yeah, it should be fun.
Yeah. Thank you, Brent, for all that stuff, by the way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
For sure. All right. Well, I guess that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Hope this helped you get through a day doing whatever you do. And that's the blah. Well, bye.
Break the